as you are now moving into new parameters in your life, moving through the process of life where that is concerned, moving through the feelings of life where that is concerned, and moving through aspects of your life that you have never moved through before where that is concerned, because you're opening up your depth and breadth of your heart space as you move into your month of June, in the final month of this process or this project that you have been moving through in the last 3 months of your year of 2022 where that is concerned. And you are now moving into the manifestation of all that you've intended, all that you have envisioned for yourself in your life where that is concerned, and now opening up to the fullness of self where that is concerned, the grandness of self, the greatness of self where that is concerned, as you're now moving through and navigating into the second half of your year of 2022 where that is concerned, and moving into manifestation where that is concerned. And it's not so much manifestation outside of yourself in the third dimensional realm where that is concerned. It's the manifestation of a greater depth of self, a greater depth of honoring and valuing the self where that is concerned. As you move through aspects of the old self where that is concerned, aspects of the old you where that is concerned, seeing your old habits, patterns, rituals, and behaviors where that is concerned, and moved into those old habits, patterns, and rituals, and behaviors, and opened up to them where that is concerned, and see how they have not served you as you have moved through your many lifetimes where that is concerned, and the lifetime in this third dimensional realm that you have incarnated in the human form where that is concerned. So as you now move into your month of June, you now begin a manifestation period, a manifestation of a greater sense of self, and closing doors where that is concerned. So in many ways, your month of June is about closing doors to the old where that is concerned, closing doors to the old self where that is concerned, closing doors to the old habits, patterns, rituals, and behaviors where that is concerned, so you can now move into a greater fruition of self where that is concerned, a greater fullness of self, a greater grandness of self, a greater powerfulness of self where that is concerned, where you're moving into a greater adult self, moving into the greater adult self where that is concerned, where you're now no longer allowing the wounded child to run your life where that is concerned, and you're moving into a greater differentiation between the adult self in the here and now in this moment of time where that is concerned, and the wounded child that is constantly beckoning to run your life where that is concerned. And that is where the old habits, patterns, rituals, behaviors come in that contain that where that is concerned. Your old behaviors that perpetrate the old where that is concerned. The old behaviors that allow yourself to be in the place of victimhood perhaps where that is concerned. The old place of scarcity, struggling to survive life where that is concerned. So now you are moving into the adult self. You're now moving into the manifestation as you moved into the transition period where that is concerned in your last month of May of 2022 where that is concerned. So your month of June is a month of closing doors to your old behaviors, closing doors to old habits, patterns, and rituals, and closing doors quite possibly to old relationships that you have outside of yourself in the third dimensional realm where that is concerned. And it is important to see those relationships, because if in fact, dear ones, you have moved in to a greater depth of loving, honoring, and valuing the self where that is concerned, you are now seeing quite possibly how these relationships no longer serve or champion your highest good where that is concerned. And now you can begin to release the old and close the doors and lock the doors to the old where that is concerned, as you move into a new manifestation of the newness of self where that is concerned, and how that will blossom and create new aspects of your life as you move into your month of July and towards the end of your year of 2022. So your month of June is a month of closing doors where that's closing doors to the old. And it's most important that you can continually see the old, continually open and raise your awareness and consciousness to the old habits, patterns, rituals, and behaviors that you continue to perpetrate that hold the old in place where that is concerned. So we come to you with this information at this most important time because you are now looking at the coming to the middle of your year and now moving towards the end of the year of 2022 as time moves rapidly in your third dimensional realm where that is concerned. So the questions that we have for you, dear ones, are: what are you manifesting in your life? What is most important for you to manifest in your life as you move forward in various aspects of your life and in your life through your year of 2022? What is most important for you to now manifest as you move into the second half of the year as the new you, where that is concerned, or the new aspects of you, or being conscious and aware of those new aspects of yourself. What blind spots have you moved through? What blind spots may you be in where that is concerned? Which is most important as you move through your years, continually to create collective consciousness where that is concerned. Continue to create a new collective consciousness. Continue to create, dear ones, a new collective where that is concerned. A new collective of unity, a new collective of peace, a new collective of harmony, and a new collective of equality where that is concerned as you move throughout your year of 2022 where that is concerned. Because there will be aspects of the old coming into play in the third dimensional realm outside of you. So as you move through the year of 2022, you will see it in your various political systems, governmental systems, corporate systems where that is concerned, where they will continually try to hold the old in place where that is concerned. The most important aspect in all of this, dear one, is you have moved through these last 3 months, your month of April, your month of May, and now into your month of June, is looking outside of yourself, looking what is transpiring in the world outside of yourself, in your corporate systems, in your governmental systems, in all of that where that is concerned, and continue to ask yourself now, what resonates and what doesn't resonate. Because as you have moved through these 3 months of transition, and now into your month of May of transformation, transforming into the new self, where the old habits, patterns, rituals, and behaviors are no longer needed to sustain the connection to, dear ones, the wounds of the life where that is concerned. You can now see the old for what it is. You can now see it and know that it was all appropriate and perfect to get you to where you are now, to move you to where you are right now. So there's no importance, dear ones, for you to lament over the old any longer. We will say that again, dear ones. It is not important any longer to lament over the old. For everything that has transpired in your life has been perfect up until now, according to your soul's divine plan, where that is concerned. So it is most important as you move into your month of June, is to be in the moment of now. To be in the moment of the here and now. Your mind, your mental body may drift into the old. And you may perpetrate old habits, patterns, rituals, and behaviors. But if you have undertaken the project that we have laid out for you from your month of April into your month of May and now into your month of June, you have raised your awareness and consciousness to the self. You have raised your awareness and consciousness to the self. But we have always asked you, dear ones, to move into a new collective of like-minded souls. So as you move through this month of June, dear ones, and you may drift back into some old behaviors, some old habits, some old patterns, and some old rituals, you're not quite sure what's going on. We have urged you, dear ones, to connect with those like-minded individuals who can help you, guide you, provide support, as you move through a blind spot or move through a darkness, which is what you might and probably will experience in this month of June where that is concerned, as you move through the transformation process. You will move through periods of the shadow in your month of June and then move out of your month of June into the light in July where that is concerned. And you'll have those periods of time, dear ones, which is why we have urged you to create a new collective consciousness in, dear one, your soul family where that is concerned. So you can now open your heart space and move to a greater sense of intimacy with another. Move to a greater sense of intimacy with another. I am feeling this. This is what is transpiring in my life. I may be in a blind spot. Can you assist, support, and guide me through this? Thus opening your heart space to allow and receive love. So through this month of June, we ask each and every one of you, how open is your heart space to now receive love? To now receive in kindness, in gratitude, love from others. Because that is what each and every one of you say you want. It is part, dear ones, of what you would like to manifest. Intimate relationships on a heart-based level with others where that is concerned. So as you move through this transformation process, remind yourself from time to time to open your heart space and have what is coming to you a place to land where that is concerned. For many of you have guarded your heart space and thus denying what is coming from you, from outside of you, from others, like-minded individuals, a place to land, allowing love to land in your heart space. We ask each and every one of you as you move through the month of June to be aware and conscious of that. Because each and every one of you have what you say you want regarding intimate relationships perhaps. But have you opened up a space within your physical beingness, in your heart space, for that to land? Do you have room in your life for that to land where that is concerned? Do you have room in your life for love, dear ones? Or you're continually holding it at arm's length? Do you have room in your life for love, dear ones? Or you're creating old habits, patterns, rituals, and behaviors that keep that at bay. And then you continually to yearn after it and wonder why. So you move through, if you're a month of June, dear ones, we ask you to open up your heart space as you transform into the new. And ask yourself, why has my heart space been shut down to love? Why has my heart space been shut down to love? Ask yourself that questions, dear one. Ask yourself those most important questions. Because that is what each and every one of you is seeking in life. To love and be loved. It is now time, dear ones, to do that in equal balance. Where are you loving others outside of yourself? Where are you projecting love outside of yourself? Or are you continually holding it at bay through the old habits, patterns, rituals, and behaviors that sustain the wounds of the child, sustain the conditioning of mom and dad? This 3-month period that began in your month of April, through your month of May, into your month of June, dear ones, have provided you the resources and the tools to begin to fully let go of the conditioning of mom and dad and the wounded child. But always allow that wounded child to have its feelings. Have your feelings in your month of June, dear one. Allow yourself this to be, in many ways, a month of play, if need be, where that is concerned. But it's most important, dear ones, as you move through the transformation period in the month of June, to look at outside of yourself as a barometer, as a test where that is concerned. To see how far you have grown inside of yourself, and to see what now resonates and doesn't resonate with what is transpiring in the world outside of yourself, in your corporate systems, in your governmental systems, in your political systems. What resonates now, dear one? What doesn't resonate now, dear one? What is transpiring in the world outside of you in the third dimensional realm? What resonates and what doesn't resonate any longer? For you are, dear ones, a wonderful being of light now inhabiting your third dimensional realm. Allow that light to shine upon the world outside of you so you can transform those as you have transformed yourself.